Good morning, Endeavour, and a very happy Monday to you. I hope you all had a great weekend, dodged the showers and managed to get out there and enjoy some fresh air. Now, I am in the hub this week, but I will still be recording all our class novels for you and putting them on YouTube. To start our Monday, what a great way to start our Monday, by finishing with our final chapter, chapter 6 of our brilliant, funny Zeus on the Loose. And our final chapter is called Gifts for the Gods. Now, we rejoin this story, don't we, where Alex has raced home as fast as he can with lots of roast beef crisps to try and keep Zeus happy after the Trojan horse debacle. In the middle of the night, I was woken by someone tapping on the window, which is odd because my bedroom's on the top floor of the house. I got up, went to the window and drew back one of the curtains. And there, sitting outside on the window, was a magnificent golden eagle. I wonder who that could be. About time, it grumbled. Come on, you stupid high priest, let me in. I've been out here tapping for ages. My beak's getting sore. I opened the window and Zeus hopped through. He landed on the carpet and changed himself into a big bearded bloke in a bedsheet again. I was bored, I explained, so I went for a flap about outside. I didn't realise how sore tapping on the window would be. Come on, I need to make a really special sacrifice to make me feel better. No way, Zeus, I told him, getting back in bed. It's the middle of the night. Morning sacrifice isn't for hours yet. Zeus scowled. Who's the god around here, Buster? He growled. If I say it's sacrifice time, okay? No, I told him. It's quite definitely not. Okay. Morning sacrifice is too early as it is. If you want to sacrifice any earlier, you can go and do it yourself. Zeus stuck his tongue out. All right then, Mr. Grumpy, he said. I jolly well will. He opened my sock drawer and took out the old battered model of the temple and a bag of roast beef flavoured crisps. I turned the light off. In the dark, there was the rustling sound of the crisp bag being opened, and then Zeus began mumbling. Let's see, I never really prayed to myself before. I wonder what the best way is to start. How about, this'll do. Oh, great and mighty me, greatest of all the gods, I thank me that I'm so great and mighty and great. That's okay, it's easy really. Yes, I suppose it is. Anyway, I pray that I will bring good weather today. Well, yes, of course I will. Anything else? Yes, I pray that I will wake this stupid high priest up so that he decides to do the sacrifice after all. Yes, I can do that too. I'll do it right now if you like. Wake up, you stupid high priest! I sat up, turned the light on again. Zeus was sitting with the model of the temple on his head and his nose in the crisp bag, but he was looking at me. That's better, he said. It's no fun praying to myself. Come on, finish the sacrifice so I can go. Oh, right, I grumbled, and then I realised exactly what he'd just said. Hang on a minute. Go? Go where? I asked him. Back to Olympus, of course. I'm fed up here. It's dead boring. No one wants to die a glorious death in battle, and there aren't any roast bulls. It's more fun back home with the other gods. And that's it? I demanded. I do all this high priesting for you, sort out all the problems you cause, sacrifice to you day and night, and you're just going to scarper? Zeus looked hurt. Of course not, he said. You must think I've got no manners at all. No, I have a reward for my faithful high priest. A reward? Now, this was more like it. Zeus was a god after all. Maybe he was going to give me a magical wallet that never ran out of money, or a pair of football boots that always scored, maybe even some kind of special power, like the gift of flight or the ability to talk to animals. I looked up at him and waited. Yes, O loyal and trustworthy high priest, he told me, smiling generously, as a reward for all your devoted service, I'm going to let you sacrifice to the other gods as well. Ugh. My face fell. Oh, I said sarcastically, thanks a bunch. That's just what I've always wanted. Great. Don't mention it, Zeus smiled, missing the sarcasm completely. But just this once, okay? Don't go sacrificing to them when I'm not around or I might get cross. I don't think that'll be a problem, I said, but I haven't got enough Chris to sacrifice to all the other gods. There are lots of them, aren't there? Zeus laughed. Not that sort of sacrifice, he said. I mean the sort of sacrifice where you give up something that belongs to you. Just for a moment, I was speechless. Let me get this straight, I said. As a reward for everything I've done for you, you're going to let me give away some of my property. Zeus grinned. Well, he said, I can't go on holiday without bringing back presents for my family, can I? So I spent my last few hours as a high priest of Zeus, digging around in the backs of cupboards looking for holiday souvenirs for the Greek god of Mount Olympus. In the end, we managed to get enough for everyone. Though it wasn't easy, because Zeus said each present had to have something to do with the god it was for. And here's what Zeus finally ended up with. For Hera, the goddess of women, one of my mum's old Just for Women magazines. For Hermes, the god of trickery, a joke plastic dog poo. For Ares, the god of war, a couple of toy soldiers and a water pistol. For Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty, a pink plastic mirror with glitter hearts all over it, left by my soppy cousin Sarah last time she visited. For Hephaestus, god of fire and metalwork, a box of matches and a wire coat hanger. For Artemis, goddess of the moon, an inflatable spaceship. For Apollo, god of music and sun, half a bottle of sun cream and a kazoo. For Athene, goddess of art and crafts, a packet of felt tip pens. For Hades, god of the dead, this was a tricky one. Luckily, while we were searching, my cat came in and dropped a dead mouse. Perfect, Zeus said. He'll love it. For Dionysus, god of wine and happiness, a smiley face badge. For Hestia, goddess of the hearth and the hearth fire, a lump of barbecue coal. For Demeter, goddess of the corn, a bag of tortilla chips. And for Poseidon, god of the sea, my old water wings and a can of tuna. I put everything in a carrier bag and gave it to Zeus. And he disappeared. Just like that. No, thank you. No, well done, High Priest, not even a goodbye. He just went. And I went back to bed feeling pretty grumpy. I had a rotten time at school the next day. Apart from the fact that I felt so tired, I was cross with Zeus for not having said goodbye. Even though he was a real nuisance, I sort of missed him. The worst bit, in a way, was when Charlie, who didn't know yet that Zeus had gone, asked Miss Wise if she could read us a story about Zeus being nice to everyone and not starting any wars, and just for a moment I nodded, forgetting that Zeus wasn't there anymore. I was still in a real mood when I got home after school. I went up to my room and got changed out of my school uniform with something in my head still half wondering if Zeus would be there. But the hamster cage was empty, or almost empty. As I glanced at it, I noticed something shiny in the corner, something that hadn't been there before. It was a tiny golden thunderbolt on a chain, and with it was a note. It read, Dear Alex, just a note to say thanks. You weren't a bad high priest for an 8-year-old. Keep this thunderbolt safe and I'll bring you luck. And think of me every time you eat a packet of roast bull flavoured crisps. Yours, Zeus, High King of the Gods of Olympus. P.S. Keep the hamster cage for me, just in case. I felt a lot better. It was nice to be thanked. In fact, now my only regret was, well, it'll sound silly after all the trouble that he'd caused, but Zeus had taken a present for all of the Olympian gods. Suddenly I found myself wishing that he'd taken something for himself too. Something to remember me by. And then my mum knocked on the door and said, Alex, have you seen my best nightie? Goodness me, I'm glad that hasn't happened to me. I don't think I'd like to have Zeus in our house. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow with our brand new Greek-themed class novel. Have a great day, guys. See you soon. Bye.